Hello, English learners and practitioners. Welcome to another episode of the podcast Your English Always Better. I am Charlie. In today's podcast, you will learn and practice English with a dialogue between Phil and Beth about a trip to Japan. It's a great podcast to improve your comprehension and speaking skills about places, transportation, tourism, nature, and various other topics present in the conversation between the two friends. Pay attention to the sentences and verbs to firmly grasp the content in your mind. At the end, we will explain some words and ask questions to help you retain the content and accelerate your learning. Let's get started.
Hi, Phil. Thank you for meeting me. I am thinking about traveling to Japan, and I know you have lived there. I wanted to know more about the country.
Hi, Beth. Sure, it will be a pleasure to help. Japan is an amazing place, full of contrasts between tradition and modernity. What would you like to know first?
I heard that Tokyo is a very busy city. I really want to stay there for a few days, but I am afraid it might be too hectic. I like excitement, but I also like to balance it with calmer places. What is the pace of life like there?
Tokyo is really busy and vibrant. People are always in a hurry, especially in central areas like Shibuya and Shinjuku. But at the same time, you can find quiet places like temples and parks where you can relax.
How interesting. And about the temples? Which ones do you recommend visiting?
There are many incredible temples in Tokyo. Sensoji in Asakusa is one of the most famous and oldest. Another one worth visiting is Meiji Jingu, which is in a beautiful park and is dedicated to Emperor Meiji and his wife.
Great. Let's talk about food now. I love Japanese food. What are the dishes I must try?
Japanese cuisine is wonderful. You must try sushi, of course, but also ramen, which is a delicious noodle soup. Don't miss tempura, which are fried seafood and vegetables, and okonomiyaki, a kind of stuffed pancake.
I will note down these tips. My mouth is already watering. And about restaurant etiquette? Is there anything I should know?
Yes, there are some important rules. For example, never pass food from one pair of chopsticks to another, as it resembles a funeral ritual. It is also polite to make a small sound when eating ramen, as it shows you are enjoying the food. And always thank the chef or waiter when you leave.
Wow, such different customs. It's good that you are informing me. I will remember that. And about tips? Is it common to tip in Japan?
Actually, no. Tipping is not common in Japan and can even be considered rude. The service is already included in the bill, so you don't need to worry about that.
Good to know that too, since it is very common to tip here. And how is public transportation in Tokyo? Is it easy to use?
Public transportation in Tokyo is extremely efficient and punctual. The subway and trains are the best options to get around. It may seem complicated at first, but there are signs in English and apps that help a lot. Just avoid rush hours when the trains are crowded.
That's good to know. And about costs? Is Japan an expensive country to visit? I want to have a lot of fun, but I also can't spend too much money.
Japan can be expensive, especially in Tokyo. Accommodation and dining in high-quality restaurants can be costly, but there are many affordable options like capsule hotels and ramen restaurants. Planning your budget well is essential.
That's what I want to do. Plan well to enjoy the trip without it being too heavy on the wallet. And what about the weather? What is the best time to visit Japan?
It depends on what you want to see. Spring, between March and May, is famous for cherry blossoms. Autumn, from September to November, has pleasant temperatures and beautiful colorful leaves. Summer can be very hot and humid, and winter is cold but great for those who like snow.
I would love to see the cherry blossoms. I think they are beautiful. Another question I have is about the hospitality of the Japanese. What can you tell me?
The Japanese are extremely polite and hospitable. They highly value respect and courtesy. Even if not everyone speaks English, they will do their best to help. Learning a few words in Japanese, like arigato, thank you, and sumimasen, excuse me, can be very useful.
I already imagine that, as all the Japanese people I know are extremely polite and kind. And about safety? Is Japan a safe country for tourists?
Japan is one of the safest countries in the world. The crime rate is very low, and you can walk around the streets safely even at night. Of course, it's always good to take basic precautions, like anywhere else, but you will feel very safe there.
That's great. And what about Japanese pop culture? I am a fan of anime and manga. Where can I find stores and events related to that?
Tokyo is a paradise for anime and manga fans. Akihabara is the most famous district, full of specialized stores, themed cafes, and events. Another interesting place is the Ikebukuro district, which also has many stores and attractions related to pop culture.
I will definitely visit those places. And about Japanese traditions? Is there anything I should know to avoid making mistakes?
Yes, there are some important traditions and customs. For example, always take off your shoes when entering a house or temple. It is also polite to make a small bow when greeting someone. And avoid speaking loudly in public or on transportation, as the Japanese value tranquility.
I will remember that. And about accommodations? Where do you recommend staying in Tokyo?
It depends on your budget and preferences. Shinjuku and Shibuya are great for those who want to be in the center of the action. Asakusa is a more traditional and quiet area. For a unique experience, you can try a ryokan, which is a traditional Japanese inn.
That sounds like a great idea. And about traveling within Japan? Is it easy to move between cities?
Yes, it is very easy. Japan has a bullet train system called Shinkansen, which is fast and efficient. You can travel from Tokyo to Kyoto, for example, in about 2.5 hours. I recommend buying the Japan Rail Pass, which offers unlimited train travel for a set period.
That sounds very convenient. I want to know how to get around because I also plan to visit Kyoto. What do you recommend doing there?
Kyoto is a beautiful city full of temples and gardens. Don't miss Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion Temple, and Fushimi Inari Taisha, with its thousands of red torii gates. It is also worth visiting the Gion district, famous for its geishas.
I can't wait to see all that. And about communication? Is it difficult to communicate in English in Japan?
In big cities like Tokyo and Kyoto, many people speak a little English, especially in hotels and tourist attractions. However, in more rural areas, it can be more difficult. Having a translation app on your phone can be very useful.
Do you think I should learn some phrases in Japanese before going?
Definitely. Learning a few basic phrases in Japanese can make a big difference. Simple things like konnichiwa, hello, arigato, thank you, and sumimasen, excuse me, are very useful. The Japanese appreciate it when foreigners make an effort to speak the language.
I will prepare for that. Well, since you mentioned an app, how is the internet in general in Japan? Is it easy to find Wi-Fi everywhere?
Yes, most hotels and cafes offer free Wi-Fi. Additionally, you can rent a pocket Wi-Fi at the airport, which is a portable router that provides internet wherever you go. It is a practical and reliable option.
That's great because I want to stay in touch with friends and family and also post photos and videos of the trips. And about shopping? What are the best places to shop in Tokyo?
It depends on what you are looking for. For electronics and gadgets, Akihabara is the right place. For fashion and cosmetics, Shibuya and Harajuku are great. And for traditional souvenirs, Asakusa has many interesting shops.
That's good to know. And about outdoor activities? Is there anything you recommend doing outside the cities?
Japan has incredible natural landscapes. If you like hiking, I recommend visiting Mount Fuji. There are also many hot springs, called onsen, where you can relax. And if you like skiing, the Hokkaido region is famous for its ski resorts.
I will note down these tips. And about nature? Is there any natural place you recommend visiting?
Japan has many natural beauties. Besides Mount Fuji, I recommend visiting Nikko National Park, which has beautiful waterfalls and temples. The island of Okinawa is also a tropical paradise with amazing beaches.
Wow, I want to see all that because I love beaches. Not to mention that I have heard about Mount Fuji since I was a child, so it will be amazing to see all that. And about Japanese culture? Is there any festival or event I should try to see?
Yes, there are many amazing festivals in Japan. Hanami, which is the cherry blossom viewing, happens in the spring. In the summer, there are many fireworks festivals called Hanabi. And in the autumn, the Kyoto Autumn Festival is very beautiful.
I will try to plan my trip to coincide with some of these festivals. And about currency? Is it easy to exchange money in Japan?
Yes, it is easy. You can exchange money at airports, banks, and hotels. Additionally, there are many ATMs that accept international cards. Just remember that many places still prefer cash over credit cards.
That's good to know. And about health? Is there anything I should worry about in terms of vaccines or medical care?
Japan has an excellent healthcare system. There are no mandatory vaccines to enter the country, but it is always good to have travel insurance. If you need medical care, there are high-quality hospitals and clinics, especially in big cities.
I will make sure to have travel insurance. And about the work culture in Japan? I heard that people work a lot. Is that true?
Yes, the work culture in Japan is quite intense. Many people work long hours, and there is a strong work ethic. However, as a tourist, you won't feel this directly. Just respect schedules and punctuality, which are highly valued.
And about the bathing culture? I heard that the Japanese have a special way of bathing. How does it work?
Yes, the Japanese have a very particular bathing culture. In onsen and sento, public baths, you must wash yourself completely before entering the water. The water is for relaxing, not for washing. It is a very relaxing experience and worth trying.
It sounds wonderful, how different they are. Well, and I know that tea culture is also very common there. I heard that the tea ceremony is an important tradition in Japan. How does it work?
The tea ceremony is a very important and symbolic tradition in Japan. It is a ritual of preparing and consuming matcha tea, which involves precise movements and an atmosphere of calm and respect. Participating in a tea ceremony is a unique cultural experience.
It sounds interesting. And about technology? Japan is known for being very advanced technologically. What can I expect?
Japan is really very advanced in terms of technology. You will see many innovations, like high-tech toilets, vending machines that sell everything, and robots in some hotels and restaurants. It is a fascinating part of the Japanese experience.
I can't wait to see all that. And about fashion? I heard that the Japanese have a unique sense of fashion. Is that true?
Yes, fashion in Japan is very diverse and creative. In areas like Harajuku, you will see young people with very different and colorful styles. At the same time, there is more traditional and elegant fashion. It is a great place for fashion lovers.
I will love to see that. And about nightlife? Is there anything you recommend doing at night in Tokyo?
Tokyo has a vibrant nightlife. You can visit karaoke bars, which are very popular, or explore izakayas, which are traditional Japanese bars. Shibuya and Roppongi are famous areas for nightlife. There are also many shows and cultural events.
It sounds fun. And about religion? Japan has many different religions. How does that affect daily life?
Japan has a mix of religions, mainly Shintoism and Buddhism. Many people participate in religious rituals and festivals, but they are not necessarily devout practitioners. It is common to visit temples and shrines to pray for good luck or health.
I will remember that. And about architecture? Japan has unique architecture. What do you recommend seeing?
Japanese architecture is really unique. You will see a mix of modern and traditional buildings. In Tokyo, visit Tokyo Tower and Skytree for amazing views. In Kyoto, the temples and shrines are wonderful examples of traditional architecture.
I would love to participate in one. And about music? What kind of music is popular in Japan?
Japan has a very diverse music scene. Besides traditional music, like taiko, drums, and shamisen, there is a large J-pop, Japanese pop, and rock industry. There are also many music festivals throughout the year.
And about the culture of respect for the elderly? How does that manifest in Japan?
Respect for the elderly is a fundamental part of Japanese culture. The elderly are treated with great reverence and care. It is common to see young people giving up their seats on public transportation and helping the elderly in various situations. Besides that, in general, the Japanese are very respectful all the time. On public transportation, for example, it is polite to speak softly or not talk on the phone. It is also common to see people wearing masks to avoid spreading germs. And always give up your seat to pregnant women and people with disabilities.
Wow, Phil, you gave me so much interesting information. Now I am even more eager to go to Japan. I can't wait to see everything you have experienced there.
You will love it, as I loved it when I was there. Is there anything else you want to know?
For now, that's all, but if I have any more questions, I will get in touch before the trip, okay?
Of course, I am available to clarify all your doubts. Just call me.
Thank you so much, my dear friend. You helped me a lot. See you soon. Bye.
See you and have a good trip.
Wow! Did you enjoy learning all that about Japan? Comment here if you have been to Japan and what you would recommend people visit there. This way, you can practice your English while writing. Now, to better retain the content from the dialogue between Phil and Beth, let's analyze 3 important words that appear in the text, along with their definitions and synonyms. First word. Contrasts. Meaning. Contrasts refer to the striking differences between two or more things, people, or situations. These differences can be visual, such as in colors and shapes, or abstract, such as in ideas and opinions. Contrasts help highlight specific characteristics and can be used to create emphasis or comparison. Sentences with the word contrasts. 1. The contrasts between the countryside and the city are evident. 2. The painting uses color contrasts to create depth. 3. Cultural contrasts can be fascinating to observe. Synonyms. 1. Differences. 2. Discrepancies. 3. Divergences. Second word. Precautions. Meaning. Precautions are measures taken in advance to avoid possible problems, dangers, or harm. They are preventive actions aimed at protecting people's health, safety, and well-being. Precautions can range from simple daily care to more complex procedures in risky situations. Sentences with the word precautions. 1. It is important to take precautions when traveling to unknown places. 2. Workplace safety precautions are essential. 3. During the pandemic, hygiene precautions were intensified. Synonyms. 1. Care. 2. Preventive measures. 3. Cautions. Third word. Thermal. Meaning. Thermal refers to something related to hot or naturally heated water, usually found in geothermal areas. Thermal waters are known for their therapeutic properties and are often used in spas and health treatments. Sentences with the word thermal. 1. The thermal waters of Caldas Novas are famous for their health benefits. 2. They decided to spend the weekend at a thermal water resort. 3. Thermal springs are a popular attraction in many volcanic regions. Synonyms. 1. Geothermal. 2. Hydrothermal. 3. Thermomineral. Now let's ask 3 questions to see if you paid close attention to the story. Formulate the answer in your mind in the way you think is correct. The important thing is to do the exercise to help improve your level of English comprehension. Question 1. What did Beth answer when Phil asked what she wanted to know first about Japan? Question 2. What did Phil answer when Beth asked about etiquette in restaurants? Question 3. What did Phil say to Beth when she asked about what she should know regarding faux pas? Did you manage to answer, even if not 100% correctly? The important thing is to try, as this will greatly help accelerate your level of English comprehension and speaking, as well as help you ask questions. If in doubt, review the video. Remember, the more you practice, the faster you will learn. Wait, it's not over yet. I will leave a bonus tip. Go back to the video and listen to the dialogue again. This time, listen more attentively to the sentences without worrying too much about the story itself, as you already know what happened. When a question comes up, pause the video and try to answer in your own way, even creating another situation in another country or city. This exercise is powerful. Try it and comment below on what you think. Take the opportunity to write in the comments about what kind of topics you want us to make videos on to help you learn English. I promise we will address the requests as much as we can. That's it, dear English learners. If this content was useful to you, take the opportunity to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for being here. See you in the next videos.